So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and the new test server is up and running. This is the 9.21 test server. Due to get this patch sometime in December. Nobody's quite sure exactly when. Star of the show, well, it's this baby. This is the tier 10 British, well, I was going to say heavy assault tank, the tank destroyer, the Badger. This is what is replacing the Death Star on the British tech tree. So you come through the AT line, through the Tortoise, and then to the Badger. Now, as you know, you've got to be living under a stone not to realise this, that they will be replacing the Death Star, the FV217 in the next patch. And if you own it and it is in your garage, you will keep it, but as a special premium tank, and you will get this thing for free. Now, they've done quite a lot of changes to this tank, and the logic of it is that these tanks are all much more, akin to each other. So they're actually logical in terms of the way the tech tree works. So they are all assault gun type tanks. They all have fast firing, generally fairly low alpha for their tier kind of guns, but make up for it with very high DPM and pretty good armor. And the Death Star didn't really fit in with that sort of setup, so they've replaced it. That is the rationale. So what do you get with the Badger? Apart from no, I'm not going to go there. So this is it. It's rather a nice looking 2D, I think you'll agree. Yeah, very nice looking 2D. Let's have a look and see if there's any history to this thing. Project for a tank destroyer based on the Conqueror chassis was developed in the late 1940s. Existed only in blueprints. Well, there's a surprise. Fake tank! Fake tank, I hear you say. Right. Anyway, comes with the 103mm Mark 1 gun. Really nice gun, this. A massive 7.41 rounds per minute. This is basic. I haven't put any equipment on this yet. This is exactly how it comes out the tin. Penetration 272 with standard AP rounds, and APCR give it 320, and it has high explosive 130. Is that a Hesh shell, I wonder? Let me just look. Yes, it is. There you go. It is a Hesh shell. Okay, 480 average damage, 620 with the Hesh. Dispersion is a very, very good 0.3, aim time of 1.7. Very nice indeed. That will give it I think it now has the highest base DPM of any tank in the game. 3,708, and that's with nothing on it. That is just the tank, not even any crew. That's pretty darn good, don't you think? So, yeah, very, very nice. Gun traverse speed is 16.69. It has a gun depression of -10, which is pretty good. And it's 15 degrees either side, so a bit like the Tortoise. Very, very good with its gun wiggle. Survivability, 2,100 hit points. 355 frontal armor, very nice, and it's pretty sloped, and 101 at the side, 38 at the rear. Let's hop over to Tanks GG and take a look at it there. So sadly nothing on Tanks GG yet to look at the numbers, so we're going to have to sort of make a guesstimate here. You can see the main armor areas are these sort of, I guess you call them cheeks here. This was a smiley face and this was a big nose. These, I suppose they're the eyes, actually. The eyes. Anyway, these things here. That's the main armour. That's where the 300 mils of armour is. These areas a bit less, 230, 250, something like that. But then with the angling, they get considerably better. So side armour, 100. Yeah, you can see it's that colour, 100 plus. And the rear. Yeah. Well, that's the rear. So unfortunately we can't see sort of actual values, but if it's 300 at the front here, I reckon with the sloping you're getting, well, you're getting impenetrable at the front. This area here, which is what, 230, 250, it's probably going up around 300 mark with the angling. Your lower plate is your weak spot. That's where you'll get penned. It's only around about 110, something like that, and it's not very well sloped. So that's where the shells will go through. Or alternatively, this area here, if you've got a high velocity, high penetration shell, this area here is only about 260. Sorry, 160, 170. So the angling will help that because it's not too bad. It's not that bad angle, but whoops, wrong one. You probably, if you've got, I don't know, 250, 230, you may well go through that top plate there quite easily. Anyway, let's go back to the garage. So very nice armour indeed. Pays for it in terms of mobility because, well, you'll be used to it if you come down this British TD line. It's a 65-ton vehicle with a 950 horsepower engine, 14.62 power ratio, which isn't actually dire at all, but it only gets to 30 and 12 in reverse. But traverse speed is 22.95 degrees per second, so that's not bad either. Concealment, well, it's big, it's fairly low, but it's a big vehicle, so you know, with nothing on, 13.79% when stationary, so you're not really there for hiding in bushes in this thing. View range is a pretty reasonable 390 stock, which you know, most TDs don't have that kind of view range, so because they all got nerfed some time ago, and 782 with the signal range. Let's equip it. Let's see what that does to the stats and take it out. Back right in a minute. Okay, so we've got its clothes on, we've equipped it, I've got a gun rammer, vents, I put spall liner on. I'm not sure whether that's the right thing for this, but given the fact you're likely to come up against tier 10 RT, I thought, yeah, let's give it a go. There's a case for, well, I guess coated optics might be a good option so you can spot your own targets. I've got my Tortoise crew in here. They are on their third set of skills and do have Brothers in Arms, and look what that does. Gun rammer, vents and Brothers in Arms gives me a whopping 4,307 average damage per minute. That's just insane. Dispersion down to 0.28, aim time of 1.56. Really, really, really nice. Concealment doesn't really change terribly, even with some camo, but I didn't expect that to be the case. But let's take it out and see what we can do with it. Okay, so here we are. I hate this map. Hate this map with a passion. Mountain Pass, there's not that many, only 2 badgers on our side, 1 on the other. Let's get going, see what we can do. It's not that slow, to be absolutely honest. Not terrible. Of course, I put a spall liner on and there's no artillery in this game. Isn't that always the way? Let's go and push the bridge. See if we can do anything down here. It's the first morning of the test server I'm playing this. It doesn't feel as sluggish as I might have thought it would. I didn't manage to pin it. Damage block. That's one of those new Frenchy heavy cavalry. Ah, didn't go straight, did it? Can't pen him, he can't pen me. APCR it does. This is very, very bouncy, this thing. Yeah, thought he turned enough, but he hadn't. Hit him on the hard area. Didn't go through. Hit him above that armor belt. No. This is a monster. This is a monster. This is a monster. Didn't manage to pen him then, did I? Try the hesh round, see if we can do anything with him. No. Tracked him. Tracked him again. Oh, this is just ridiculous. I'm bouncing shells all over them. Hesh did something to him. Don't want to be bending up like that, matey. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. This is lovely. I am in love with a tier 10 tank. I never thought I'd see the day. That blocked 4,700 damage. That is insane. And it was all APCR and heat. I didn't take any damage at all there. That is insane. Did I mention it's insane? I'm going to get damage as I go across here though, I'm sure. I'm surprised. I thought I'd be shocked. Whoa! I see that arty strike. Whoa! That made a mess of him. Should load another hesh shell really bad. Finally got penned. Oh, I missed him. There you go. Finally got rid of him. Well, this is just lovely. I like this tank a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Can't see him. Just beautiful. Wow, this is just an immense tank. Just immense. Love it. Love it to bits. I've just fallen in love. I like Badgers. I love Badgers. That is just brilliant. So what do we get? Second class, 5 for effect, sharpshooter, shell proof, big dick, duelist, bruiser, steel wool, cool headed. Didn't even oh no, hang on, let's put it in the right order. Okay, 3,159 damage, 2 kills, 954 base XP. Fired 23 times, hit 20 of them, and penned with, or did damage with 11, and got 4 lots of splash. Took 20 hits, only 3 of which penned us. Blocked 6,000. Oh, jeez. 25,000 or 26,000, 26,500 credits. Did end up costing us a fair bit because we used a lot of hesh. So it cost us 40,000 credits. Bloody hell. And 2,000 experience. with the ×2. Wow, that was fun. I liked this tank. Let's try it again. Okay, Erlenberg, assault, and we're defending. So I'm going to rush over to the other side. Well, rush over isn't something you do really in this thing. But you know what? I'm really quite enjoying it. I've had some horrible games on the test server. The standard of play has been shocking, even for World of Tanks. Of course, there's so much gold flying around. But even then, this thing stands up reasonably well. Biggest problem you have is like all these slow turretless TDs. The moment you get surrounded or unsupported, you're in real problems. And this is no different in that sense to something like the Tortoise or the E4. Any of those tanks that just have no armour, no turret, and have to swing round to deal with any enemy targets. This thing just can't deal with them. So you need to be supported as much as you can. Going somewhere alone is not a good option. Not a good option. So despite the fact I still haven't got into position, it's not slow. I mean, it's a 30 kph. Can we get into position to actually shoot anything before getting wrecked? Been spotted. That's better. Oh, nearly had him with the rate of fire there. Enemy have taken the other side, as they usually do. Somebody else got him. Okay, so I think that flank has fallen. We're secure. Let's move over this way and see what we can do to defend the cap. Only done 1,000 damage. No point me firing at him yet. Oh, hash shells. One down. Come on, coming out. Can we get a shot on that other one? He's using that dead ship barn. missed. Ooh. Even a Badger hit me at that range. Can't get a shot on him now because I've had to pull back because of that enemy Badger was shooting me. See if I can get a shell on him now. Can we see him? Oh, there's the Badger there. Can we get in there? I don't know that we can. Got him. Got him, got him, got him. I got spotted again. Don't know whether I can do this or not, but we'll give it a go. Let's see what happens. See what happens. Where's he gone? He's run away. He's got no chance now. He's dead. Tracked him again. It's got a pretty good repair crew on there. No. Can we get a shell in there? Yep, we can. Bah, missed. Straight into the gun, no damage. Ah well, I'll leave him just to win it out. Good, good. It's all done. Well done. So there you go, that was a victory, and we got Fire for Effect and Bruiser. Came second on the team actually, 3,708 damage, 2 kills, 907 base XP, fired 21 shots, hit with 16 and penned with 11. Took 4 hits, 3 of which penned, and they were all from that Badger firing quite long range, firing APCR at me, so I'm surprised how much damage he did actually do to me. 2,000 assistance damage, which is rather nice, mainly because of blowing tracks off. 33,000 credits because you don't get a premium count on the test server, so I lost 22,700 credits because I did fire Hesh and APCR. What a tart I am. Still would have lost 5,000 with a regular account, and 907, as we say. Experience would have been 1,300 if I'd been running a premium count. So there you go, this is the new Badger. I like it. I really, really like it. I'm so pleased I've worked hard to get to the FV, to get to the Death Star, sorry, and so it'll be swapped out for this in the next patch. If you are close to getting the Death Star and you think you've got any chance to do it in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I guess, do it, because this is a monstrously good tank as it stands. Now bear in mind this is the first test server, so some of these numbers could well change as they get data back from matches. That frontal armor is fearsome, absolutely fearsome, and the slope, with the sloping particularly, so I guess that's why Heat has such a good time with it, because the normalization is less on the is better on the Heat against slopey armor. But yeah, nice tank, good fun to play, surprisingly, you know, speedy for a big heavy thing like this, and a very, very good boomstick that fires incredibly rapidly. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this quick look at the test server version of the new Badger Tier 10 British tank destroyer. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. and I will see you again soon. This is Gamer Dom, signing out.